everybody? Hitman Kilogram here. And oh my god, Battleground. What a match that was. Oh man, a little bit boring to be honest with you, but the last couple matches, man, awesome. Anyways, first off, we had the kickoff match. But no, first off, before I talk about anything, I found my selfie stick. I got it. Because I can do that. And I'll zoom you out too, like that. If you're wondering why the background's so different, it's because I'm in my parents' bedroom, because my little brother is occupying the other room, and he's being very loud. You probably hear him outside the room right now. Let me go ahead and shut the door closed. He doesn't want to stay closed. This whole door is screwed up. God. Happens every time I vlog. Someone always interrupts. Anyways, the kickoff match. The Usos versus Fandango Breeze, or whatever the heck they call them. I didn't really watch the kickoff match because I had to work. And I didn't get home till, I got home before the kickoff, but I didn't really watch it. Because the kickoff match wasn't going to be that good, I thought. When I watched it, I'm like, the Usos are going to win. There's no way they're going to do like the old WWE thing where they had other people automatically win and all that. See, like I say, you can hear my brother. Anyways, and Breeze Dango remind me of M and N. You know, J Mercury and can't remember the others. I think off the top of my head right now. Anyways. Oh my god, I can't believe there was super kicks and Fandango Breeze. Fandango just kept on getting back inside the ring no matter what. The Usos kept on throwing him out, but he kept on rushing back in the ring. And what happens? Tyler Breeze rolls up Jimmy Uso for the pin. That was, wow, pretty good. I'm trying to finish the vlog here. My parents said I can't vlog in here, but they all can't see nothing. All you can see is the white wall back behind me. I can't see anything else. It's not like we have anything worth anything. It's all messy right there. There's tons of clothes my parents don't wear right there. Anyways, back to, there we go. Back to the match. The first match was, what was it? I have it written down. What was the first match? First match was, oh yeah, Charlotte versus, I don't remember who, because I don't really pay attention to the divas a lot. Charlotte with someone else versus Sasha Banks and Bailey. Becky Lynch, I mean. Or no, Bailey. Becky Lynch. Yes. Hitman Killer, you're getting stupid. No. Because Becky Lynch fought, and I didn't expect Bailey to make her debut, but wow, she made her debut. What a match it was. Sasha Banks. I used to hate Sasha Banks because the boss thing and all that. I mean, I did not like that thing. And I still don't really like her much. I like Bailey because she's cheerful. I used to like Charlotte, but like I said, like father, like daughter. The Nature Boy was one of the dirtiest players in the game. I knew I was going to expect that from Charlotte. I knew she was going to turn heel one day. Anyways. What? That was a pretty good match. I mean, for a Divas match, yeah, not bad. Good tag team match. I can't really say much about the Divas match because I don't really watch them. If WWE went back to the PG-13 era, even PG-14, I would watch it. Like the Attitude Era, I would watch it. But nowadays, it's not that good anymore. I mean, because the Divas don't look that, they're not wrestle like they used to anymore. All in all, though, it was a good match. Bailey did good holding her own, and Sasha Banks ended up making Charlotte tap out. Well, she had to put her in the bank statement twice because her partner had stopped the submission, or pulled her arm to the submission, or to the ropes, and stopped the submission. Then Sasha Banks got the bank statement once more. Bailey was outside taking care of Charlotte's tag team partner. And Charlotte had no choice but to tap out. Next match was my favorite. The Wyatt family versus the WWE World Tag Team Champions. The New Day. I don't care for the New Day. There's a fun going off. Anyways, it was gonna be the last time the Wyatts were gonna be together since they were being drafted. Since Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt were being moved to, I think, SmackDown. I didn't watch the draft, and Braun Strowman was being moved to Raw. Anyways, yeah, that's how it was. Braun Strowman was being moved to Raw, and Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt were being moved to SmackDown, which SmackDown was always my favorite. Raw, not really my favorite. Even though it was the first brand, I love SmackDown more. It has a nice, more sound to it. Anyways, this was a pretty good match, believe it or not. I mean, they just took when Kofi got tagged in, they just dominated Kofi. They wouldn't stop. It took so long for Kofi to get that tag. I'm trying to get the tag. Here comes Eric Rowan. Boom! Double fist to the head, and trust me, that hurts because I've been in wrestling before, and I've had someone put their chin to my shoulder, and that hurts because they'll use that, and there's a pressure point right there. And I've had someone. It always hurts when someone puts their knuckles at your head because, thing is, your skull and your head are very sensitive. They're very sensitive right here, and right here, here, and here. They're sensitive, but here they hurt more because that's where your teeth are, and when you go to the dentist, you know your teeth hurt. But doing that right there, that's like crushing the skull, especially if you're as big as Eric Rowan. Anyways, then they finally got Big E tagged in, and Big E was taking on Eric Rowan, and it didn't really make sense because I've seen Big E take on Eric Rowan before, and Eric Rowan kind of almost dominated him a little bit. But either way, it's TV. Anyways, then Xavier Woods was all being scared. He was scared out of his mind because the Wyatt family was intimidating Xavier Woods throughout the whole time. What happens? Xavier Woods finally gets tagged in, and they're looking. He's staring down the face of Bray Wyatt. And he finally gets up and starts fighting Bray Wyatt. On and on and on. He fights him and fights him and fights him. Going left hand. And he gets in the turnbuckle. Bray Wyatt stops him. And then Bray Wyatt throws him. But then Xavier Woods gets on top of the rope. And boom, hits Bray Wyatt. But that's not enough to stop Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's down. And then there's Braun Strowman. And then here comes Xavier Woods trying to knock down Braun Strowman. I'm like, it's going to take more than that to knock down Braun Strowman. And here comes Big E. Boom! Knocking him down off the apron down to the floor. I'm like, okay, that's gonna stop him maybe. But then Bray Wyatt's up doing the last exorcism back thing, and then he's walking. He gets Xavier Woods for the Sister Abigail's kiss, nails it, and then 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That was a pretty good ending for that. But what I thought was cool is that Big E was setting up Eric Rowan for the New Day special move. I'm not sure what it was, but the New Day has put away plenty of opponents with that. But Eric Rowan was like, not this time. He jumped down behind Big E and pushed Big E into the turnbuckle. I mean. Next match was Rusev versus Zack Ryder for the U.S. Championship. Now, I knew that Rusev was going to win. Rusev's going to win this match. I already know it because Zack Ryder barely hasn't gotten to that kind of rivalry with Rusev yet. It's not like the old WWE where someone beats someone else, back when the brands were split, where someone beats someone else and they're going to, this rivalry's been going on with this guy for years. He's been champion for about a year, and then all of a sudden this new guy comes in, or this guy who's a current wrestler and hasn't had a rivalry with this guy comes in and beats him for the championship. It's not like that anymore. You have to be in a long rivalry. There was that one time in the past, about before WrestleMania, when Alberto Del Rio barely came back and beat John Cena for the U.S. title. That brought back some memories of the old time. But this time I knew it was going to happen. But then what happens? Zack Ryder tries so hard to get the broski kick on Rusev, but Rusev keeps on moving. He keeps on moving, keeps on moving. Then Rusev's sitting there kicking his ass. And then finally, Zack Ryder gets the broski kick on Rusev. But Rusev immediately kicks out. I'm like, bro, you're going to need a miracle to beat Rusev. Because he is a strong guy. Sorry about that. Brother came in. I had to stop him performing again. Anyways, then what happens? Zack Ryder starts getting back up. I'm like, maybe not. Maybe this is. I had doubts about Rusev winning this time. I thought maybe Zack Ryder was going to win. But then what happens? Nope. Rusev, boom! Kick to the face of out of the Rough Rider. And then, boom! Bends him back. I'm like, oh, it's all over. It's all over. And then what happens? Zack Ryder starts fighting out of the Accolade. And he gets up. I'm like, he might win this one. But then Rusev bends him back like a freaking human toothpick. And then tap out. But then what happens? The Bro Brother comes back. Zack Ryder's tag partner. I forgot his name because I haven't seen him in long. I don't really watch NXT, but I knew who was his friend because I knew who Zack Ryder's tag partner was. I knew he had a tag partner in NXT. I'm like, oh, that makes it sound so familiar. That's gotta be, it's Zack Ryder's tag partner. Oh man, I don't watch NXT because I have a lot of work to do, and plus I'm a lot in college and all that. I try to do this a lot anyways. His bro comes out and helps him out. And then I'm like, oh, now it's a match. Because I remember Zack Ryder's partner, when I watched NXT, is just as big as Rusev. A little bit bigger, too. They're staring down and Rusev just walks out of the ring. I'm like, oh, man. Well, hopefully there's a match with them. Next match, oh, man, ending of a rivalry. It's Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. And that rivalry's been going on for quite a while. Once good friends, family friends, now turned enemies. And boy, what a match it was. I mean, it was a lot. At one point, Sami Zayn got Kevin Owens for an apron backbreaker. But what I realized, that made a mistake because Sami Zayn had ended up falling on his shoulder. Or falling on his side. You're supposed to fall on your shoulder, not on your side. Because if you're on your side, you can risk hurting your ribs. You fall on your shoulder because a shoulder injury is much worse than the rib injury. Because your shoulder, you have to punch and do all that stuff with. Your ribs is not as bad because the rib can be repaired. It's a shoulder will hurt worse because you use your shoulder every day. Your ribs that you're walking, but you can walk. You won't be like, you hurt your shoulder, you won't be able to do nothing. Anyways, I saw him holding his ribs. He was like, he landed on his side. And Kevin Owens, I can tell he was getting back up like, oh man. I can see the look in their eyes like, oh God. Sami Zayn's eyes, I'm like, oh God, why did they do that? And Kevin Owens like, bro, why'd you do that? Anyways, it was a close match. I really thought Kevin Owens was going to win. Pump up powerbomb all of a sudden. Then the freaking, I forgot that name of the move. Sami Zayn's move because I don't really like Sami Zayn. He kicks him in the face once, and then Kevin Owens like, but they're going all out though. There's power bombs. There's freaking fall away slams. People are flying everywhere, and then Sami Zayn when he kicks him, and I thought he was gonna pin him, but then he just does this. He grabs Kevin Owens by the face and just says. And then he runs back, and then, boom, kicks him in the face again, and then this time pins him. Or that was pre-programmed, for he went for the kill. Which ended the rivalry between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which I don't think is over yet. I think WWE is going to bring it back up, and I'm going to be like, just stop with that rivalry, because they were once friends. I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. Because I don't like seeing once friends not break up. Not fighting. I don't really like seeing that kind of thing. Next match was Natalya versus Becky Lynch. Now, this was a rivalry that just started at Money in the Bank when Charlotte had beaten Natalya and Becky Lynch. And Charlotte and her tag team partner had beaten Becky Lynch and Natalya. Right after the match, Natalya grabbed Becky Lynch and slammed her. And that's the rivalry. Now, Natalya, I knew that was gonna happen because to me that kind of reminded me of the Bret Hart and Stone Cold rivalry. Because I'm not saying Becky Lynch played the Stone Cold, but they call her the last kicker, as in the ass kicker, and Stone Cold was the king of opening up a can of whoop ass. You see where I'm going? And Natalia, her father is Bret Hart. And you see where I'm going with this? I might be thinking it now. Anyways, they're going at it, and I didn't really watch this match because I knew how it was going to turn out. I knew Natalia was going to win this one because Becky Lynch, I knew she was going to do good, but I didn't expect Natalia to. I expected Natalia to win with the sharpshooter, not the freaking ankle roller or something like that. Did she win with the sharpshooter? I didn't really pay attention to how she won. I knew she won by tap out. Anyways, Becky Lynch, I'm sorry that's not the good review. I love Battleground, but I didn't really pay attention because I was very tired and plus I was sick. I tried watching a pay-per-view, but when I'm sick or something like that, I don't really watch them. Anyways, but I did pay attention to the good ones, like number 7. That was Darren Young versus The Miz. Now this ended in a no contest, which I thought was pure bullcrap. But I couldn't believe Darren Young was back. And what did he have? He had Bob Backlund. Good old Bob Backlund. And man, with that crossface chicken wing, that hurts. And The Miz is Intercontinental Championship, which I'm tired of The Miz being Intercontinental Champion, you know? I'd rather Kevin Owens be Intercontinental Champion. Darren Young, I don't mind him being Intercontinental Champion. I mean, it's alright. But I'm thinking this. If Titus O'Neil beats Rusev for the U.S. Championship, and then Darren Young gets the Intercontinental Champion, they're going to make the Primetime Players again. They might try to make a first ever singles title tag team. That's what I'm gonna think. That's what I'm thinking they're trying to do right now. Anyways, I'm not the thing. I just think of these ideas. I'm not saying anything set in stone, but you know. Anyways, Darren Young is kicking Miz's ass. Miz is trying to fight back. He gets a little upper hand with his dirty tricks and all that. But Darren Young knows that Miz is gonna be doing that, so he's still kicking his ass. He's chomping him on the floor. He's throwing him around. He's showing up for Shanky. He's throwing him outside the ring. And then finally Miz is like, you know what? I don't need this. I'm walking out of here. Miz starts walking out. Bob Backlund right there. He's saying, come on. You come on. But you got to get past me first. I'm a veteran. I make people tap. I'll break your neck. And Miz is starting to get past like, I'm not through. Well, you want to go, bro? You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? I'll sit right here. And Miz is trying to get past. And then Darren Young, he comes out. And he's giving him the crossface chicken wing. And Miz is trying to get out. And they both counted out. And then there's Mrs. Helper. And I forgot her name. And she's trying to, Summer Rae. I think it was Summer Rae. Correct me if I'm wrong. And she's sitting there, and she's fighting Bob Backlund, and she slaps him in the face. And Bob Backlund's doing that, he's getting all mad and stuff, and then they're sitting there fighting back in the ring, and what happens? She decides to fall down and she's saying, he hit me, and Bob Backlund's sitting there getting mad, turning into the Hulk, ripping his shirt off and all that. He's getting mad, and that's when Miz comes out, and that's when Darren Young gives him the crossface chicken wing, and that's when the ref count stops the match. Which was kind of sad for me. All in all, good match. Match number 8 was, oh my god, one of the best. Mr. John Cena, Scrooge Cena, versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus AJ Styles, the phenomenal one from TNA, with the club. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Oh man. This was one hell of a match. But what I thought was that why are they adding John Cena and AJ Styles in this? This is mostly about Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson because their fresh superstars are coming in. This is mostly about the rivalry between the club and Enzo and Big Cass. Not John Cena and AJ Styles. I mean, John Cena and AJ Styles, they've had their rivalry. They can stay in their rivalry. The others can stay in there. I mean, I'm not saying this wasn't a bad match. I'm saying that John Cena didn't really shouldn't have been involved. I mean, if they were managers, yeah. If they were managing the club and Enzo Cass, yeah. That would have been a better idea. But they were taking too long to freaking Enzo and Cass come out, and they're sitting there talking talking trash and all that. And they're taking like forever. I'm like, come on, bring out the club already. I want this match to start. I'm pumped up for this match. Finally come out, and then what happens? They're sitting there going at it. I'm like, I think I can already tell how it's going, because when they first started out, Enzo's sitting there. He's wearing different things every day, and they're fighting. They're going at it. I think it was as they're going at it. I can kind of see John Cena and AJ Styles looking at each other over there. I was paying attention to them because I'm like, something's gonna happen. Something is gonna happen. I can tell they're already nervous about this match. Sorry, it's the selfie stick. Let me tighten it up real quick. There we go. Now it won't move. Okay. I'm like, something's gonna happen. They're worried about something in this match. So as they're going at it, Enzo is being pushed. He's trying so hard to get a tag. He's running towards, they're pulling him back. And then he runs for the and then at one point he's outside the ring. And then he runs for the tag. I'm gonna get that tag! And then boom! Who happens? Carl Anderson. Freaking spears Enzo Amore. I think he shit his pants. Literally. You see that photo? Literally. I noticed that shit emoji on the back of his pants. Anyways. Whoa. What a spear that was. And then AJ Styles and John Cena get in the mix. Big Cass is fighting. He gave that big boot outside the ring. John Cena and AJ Styles are fighting. Styles gives John Cena this clash. What happens? Big Cass saves it. Big Cass saves from the Styles clash. And then John Cena's going to give the attitude adjustment. As he puts him over, he stops. They actually get that part right because he's supposed to land on his feet. They got that part right. But what happened was that at one point in the match, I saw what happened when Enzo Amore was trying to get tagged in. The ref pointed at John Cena, and I can see him yell out, "You're next," or "You're up," which meant it was time for John Cena to do his thing. And that moment, AJ Styles knew, okay, his part's next, that means I gotta get ready. WWE, you gotta start freaking... Instead of doing that, if they're trying to go for a tag, you could say, tag, and point to the wrestler. Or no, point at someone. And then have like and have like maybe one of their tag partners try to get in the ring, and then when the ref goes to stop him, he could say, "Hey, you're next," or he could say, "Hey, get back there! You're next! You're next! You're next! Get back there!" Okay, don't freaking yell out, "You're next," because I heard that. I heard that plain and simple. Anyways, it ended with John Cena freaking AAing AJ Styles off the top of the turnbuckle. Which I'm like, I knew that was going to put away, because when I went to Hell in a Cell 2014, Randy Orton versus John Cena put Randy Orton away. Randy Orton was going to RKO. John Cena freaking attitude adjustment, Randy Orton off the top of the turnbuckle into a table. I'm like, seriously, that puts away AJ Styles? AJ Styles is barely... He's taken damage, but he is taking a lot more than that. And it's John Cena. It's not freaking Kevin Nash or Mick Foley or Kurt Angle or MVP or freaking TNA wise. Not those legends. It's John Cena. He can't be put away that easily because he's gotten out of a lot more damage than that. Anyways, the final match. Oh my God, this match was big. Former Brothers of the Shield now broken up into one. Last time they'll ever be fighting like that. We had the Snake Seth Rollins. But before I forget that, Randy Orton made his return. oh my God, finally you came back. When I saw that Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar, I'm like, he's coming back? SummerSlam? Yes! Because I love Randy Orton. He's a legend killer. I mean, I thought if Randy Orton had beaten the streak, beaten the streak, I would be like, that's fine. Because he's a badass. Randy Orton's a badass. He has the perfect move. He's awesome. He's vicious. He was champion for a long time. He was the right guy. Anyways, he ends up, long story short, he's on the Chris Jericho show, and then he RKO's him out of nowhere, which I knew was coming. Anyways, last match. The Dean Ambrose versus the Snake Seth Rollins versus the Roman Empire Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship, which Dean Ambrose had won at Money in the Bank. And I was so happy that WWE finally listened to us. This match was going at, they were going at it, and I'm like, they're going to go for Seth Rollins. I can already tell they're going to go for Seth Rollins because they're going at it and all that. And they finally get Seth Rollins out of the ring, and what happens? Ambrose goes for a leverage pin. And then they're like, Ambrose like, come on, man, we're fighting. We're in the outside, we're friends, but inside this ring, it's a triple threat match, man. It's one for all, okay, man? Hope you understand. And Roman Reigns is like, okay, cool. So they're going after Seth Rollins again. And then Dean Ambrose throws at Seth Rollins. And then what happens? Roman Reigns goes for leverage pin. 1, 2, kick out. And wow. Anyways. And then then Seth Rollins and Ambrose are going after Roman Reigns. They're going to try to shield powerbomb him. Then what happens? Roman Reigns gets out. There were a lot of power bombs. At one point, Seth Rollins was trying to pedigree Roman Reigns. And what happens? Roman Reigns uses that back and throws Seth Rollins over. And a lot of times, Roman Reigns had them on his shoulders for, I thought I was going to do a Samoan drop, but it haven't really happened. Then at the point, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, we're running towards. And what happens? Superman punch right there. The Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Superman punch right there. Oh, wow. I'm like, oh my God, this match is so intense. And then what happens? Seth Rollins is going for pedigrees. 1, 2, kick out. Another one. 1, 2, kick out. Awesome. Awesome match. Then at one point, they finally get Roman Reigns outside the ring. And Seth Rollins is like, do it. And they're sitting there tearing up the table, tearing it apart. They shield power bomb Roman Reigns through that table. And oh, wow, and Ambrose sitting there. I'm like, they fall down like they're hurt. I'm like, oh, come on, you power bomb the guy, and you're gonna act like you're hurt. I'm like, Ambrose, don't turn around, don't look away. And then what happens? Seth Rollins tear to the back of Dean Ambrose. I'm like, that's why Seth Rollins helped you with that, but that doesn't mean he's not this. That doesn't mean he's changed. He's gonna be the same. Anyways, what happens? Roman Reigns, they finally get back in the ring. Seth Rollins finally gets back in the ring. Ambrose is still outside, and they're fighting. And then what happens? Seth Rollins gets him up and gets Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins finally gets Roman Reigns up. Or no, he pedigrees Dean Ambrose. I'm like, that's not the end. I already can tell that's not the end. 1, 2, kick out. And then what happens? He throws him out. Roman Reigns comes in, and boom, boom, boom. And then Roman Reigns is doing that number right there, shoving him in. And then Rollins picks him up. He's going to go for a pedigree, I thought. And then Seth Rollins is going to go like, no. He picks him up, goes for a turnbuckle powerbomb, gets to him, and Roman Reigns, boom, Superman punch. That's not enough. He goes into the ropes. Boom, spear right to Seth Rollins. But what happens? Dean Ambrose gets back in the ring. 30 D's to Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3, retain. Oh, wow. DDT moment. That was DDT moment because DDTs stop everything. And what in the heck? Dean Ambrose, see how speechless I am? Because Dean Ambrose won the championship. He retained. I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns was going to win and take him within the Raw. Thank you. It stays on SmackDown. Thank you. The title stays on SmackDown. Which means they're going to have to, they might make another title for it. They might remake the WWE Championship to Raw. Would be cool. As they remake the Hardcore Championship. That was one of my favorites because you're defending it 24/7. As long as there's a ref and a wrestler, they can challenge you for it. So you got to watch out. Anyways, that's going to be it. This video's been 30 minutes long. Sorry if I didn't get a review, but next time I say I'll try and do better, but next time I'll do better, right? Because I was sick at this time and I wasn't really feeling good watching the pay-per-view. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing another filming. I'm going to film a match, IHWE Wrestling. Iconic Heroes of Wrestling. They're with NWA. National American Wrestling Association. That. Anyways, can't wait to go. Can't wait to go there. I'm going there on the 31st. It's gonna be here in my It's gonna be here in my state, not my hometown, but it's gonna be like about maybe a 30-minute drive from my hometown. I'm not worried. I got money saved up. The tickets are pretty cheap too. I got front row VIP tickets. I did go to an event before. It was free for me to go. Then I paid for it. Then they had another match. I paid for that one, but I didn't film that one because my battery was low and I had short memory on my camera. Not this camera. I had a I had a camcorder, but I can't download the files off my camcorder into my laptop for some reason. Anyways, I'm gonna start filming with this one. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite. Hitman Kilogram signing off, and we just assassinated that. Peace.